friends, welcome or welcome back to Tarot AF. So today I've got another pick a card reading for you all on what is rolling your way. Obviously, you know that you have the power, you hold all of the power and you have free will. And this reading is based off of the current energies. You have the power to alter your circumstances by changing your behaviour in the present as you live it. So if anything comes up which you're not sure about, or you don't want that trajectory and that path, then it's all about changing your behaviour in the present, and that is going to alter your circumstances in the future. So let's get going. We have 6 piles in front of us today. We have pile 1 with the Monopoly dog. We have pile 2 with the thimble. We have pile 3 with the go-kart. We have pile 4 with the hat. We have pile 5 with the shoe or slipper, and we have pile 6 with the wheelbarrow. If you've never been to a pick a card reading before, hello, welcome. You can take a moment, you can pause the video, see which one is drawing your eye, and trust that that pile is for you. And what I do is I post the times in the box below, and you can jump forward and meet me there at your reading. I will see you then. Bye. Hello, my lovely friends of pile 1. So if you picked the dog, and also this oracle card from this reading is going to be for you. And what is rolling your way is communication. So for people, this might mean different things, but what I'm hearing off the bat is communication is also about listening. It's about speaking your authentic truth and listening to what you are receiving. And maybe this is communication in the form of signs and really looking out for that. Maybe you've been asking if you've got a choice to make or something like that. Maybe this is your time. So we have got messenger of acting first and thinking later. We've got Knight of Wands. We have 4 of Pentacles holding on tight avenue. So Spirit, what else is rolling my friend's way? We have got messenger of slow and steady. We have happily fulfilled place. And I've also got one on the floor. We have got struggle avenue, 5 of Pentacles. And on the back we have got joyous home gardens, the 4 of Wands. So like I was kind of saying, I'm going to get your oracle cards as well, but I feel like there feels like a massive juxtaposition to some of these cards, and I feel like that is probably your general energy at this moment in time. I'll go into more of that in a minute. So we have got divine timing at the right time, order, synchronicity and accord. We have leadership. We have message in a bottle. We have the temple path. We have movement, and we also have shell. Certain matters in this situation are not being communicated, hidden, aloof and deserted. So I feel like we have, and because all of the suits are present in this deck, so we've got Wands, Pentacles, Cups. Oh, actually we don't have swords, but I feel like communication is swords anyway, but there's this real juxtaposition like I was talking about, and I feel like this is your current energy space. Like I was saying, that you feel like you are cut between a rock and a hard place. Like there is a decision that you have to make, a choice that is going to affect your future. And I feel like you feel that really heavily. Like there may be an impulse or a desire or an idea or a passion that is really driving you forward, and you want to direct all of your energy towards, and it is that I want to act, I am restless to act, I want to go, I want to fly towards this thing, and you want movement and you crave that movement. Whereas there is part of you as well where it's, I've got to be slow and steady, I have got to be mindful, I have got to be dedicated and persistent. And maybe this is your practical mind speaking, saying this path that you're on potentially, and I feel like this is more the path that you're on at the moment, this is the path where I know exactly where I'm going. I know that I'll be on this rung of the ladder at this point, and it will be okay. I can move slowly towards my goals. May not be the journey that I had quite in mind, but slow and steady wins the race. Whereas there is this part of you which feels an intuitive pull towards something. And I feel like you're asking whether that is the right thing for you to follow. And I think at the moment, because you are holding so tight onto what you have, because you know that you're at this crossroads and you know that you've got to make this decision, that it's like you're not actually fully embracing any new energy that is coming towards you, any new passion or anything, because you almost shut it down, because you're like, no, I've got this, I'm holding on to this, I don't need to go any further with that idea, because I'm safe here, I'm safe in this structure. But it feels like that, yes, there is a lot of gifts and there is a lot of rewards and all of those things in your life, but I always say, if there's option A and option B, and option B has come to you and it's piquing your interest, it's because option A wasn't really fulfilling everything that you had in mind. And that's okay. You change. There is transition. There is transformation here. And I feel like maybe you are holding so tightly on to option A, or the security, the known security that you have had, that you fear, like, it's stepping into the unknown, but you fear that unknown. But what Spirit is saying to me at this moment is that there is a reason that you're being pulled to follow your impulses and to go and fly. And I'm not saying, you know, there are a lot of things like financial thing. I'm not sure completely, obviously you'll know and you'll be able to fit that into what that is within your life. But I feel like, you know, deep down that it is going to be your 10 of Cups. Maybe that you'll have this happy completion, this full heart doing this, because your heart will fully be behind it, and that it will probably be a slow burn. And maybe this is your thing. Maybe you're like, I'm climbing up a ladder that I don't really want to climb at this moment in time, or maybe you do want to climb that ladder, but you're not quite headed in the direction that you want, and you can see this new path that might help you get onto that trajectory, that road that you do. It's like a little diversion, maybe a diversion, a cut through for some people. But I feel like this new way, you feel that it's going to bring you to this completion and this happiness, but you can see a lot of struggle ahead, that maybe by closing a door, by closing that known security, that it may make you feel like you have that material trouble or that physical need, that you are shutting off different things and different opportunities in order to search for something else. But it may feel like abandoned success, but there is a reason, like I said, that your intuition is leading you that way. And when we let go of our known security, of the things that weigh so heavily on us, on our mind, body and spirit, all the things that we knew and we held so tightly, that then allows us a release where we can then receive new things. And like I said about communication, it's all about communicating what you want and bringing and listening and bringing that all towards you. And I feel like with this happily fulfilled place and joyous home, that even if it may be a struggle for some time in terms of not being exactly where you want to be, or maybe it feels foggy, this path, I feel like you know that it's going to connect you to like-minded people and a sanctuary of like-minded souls, and there's going to be festivity and joy there. And at the moment, and I think maybe you're at this point at the moment too, that not everything, because you can't see and because it is unknown, you feel like you're in your shell, in your protective layer, and because things aren't being communicated, because you can't see the whole picture. Maybe you've asked for a sign from the universe, and if you've never asked for a sign before, it can be anything. You can ask for any sign. You can say, my sign is a bee, for instance. I ask for a bee when I want clarity on something, or I've got a decision to make. I'll say, show me a bee if I need to go XYZ way, or whatever it is. You know, you can have numbers, synchronicities, but maybe you've asked for that sign and you feel cut off because you've not received it. And no sign is a form of a sign as well, and maybe that's what's confusing you. But sometimes it happens on divine timing, and maybe you're not fully at this moment invested in receiving your sign in a lot of ways. Potentially that might not be for everyone, but I feel like when you make your decision, because it feels like you may be in this limbo, spiritual limbo, I feel like you will fully take on those reins of leadership and directing where you want to go. And that's really, I'm hearing Emperor as well. And I think this period of what's coming your way is really a time for you to establish yourself in what you want, and set those boundaries, and it's time for your order and stability, your security, your time to really look at your foundations of what you really, really want. And maybe this period of stepping onto a new path and away from that security allows you then to shake things up, because maybe the security and the stability that you have got at this current time may be based on other people's wants and desires, or maybe a box that you thought you fit into but now you're realizing that you don't quite. And I feel like this is your time to really take those building blocks of what you want now, and maybe the ladder, the rungs that you want to climb, and really setting that out for yourself in a healthy way, not being so rigid that, you know, it's got to be on this time and this program, because like I said, diversions are a part of life, and this feels like a diversion for you maybe in some ways, but it may feel like this is more your spiritual path, your higher purpose, the calling that you feel. And maybe that's why you feel a bit shut out at the moment. It's because if you've not been receiving signs in some way that you're like, but I feel this, I really intuitively feel this in my bones that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so why can't I receive a sign for it? But like I said, maybe you are not actually fully looking out for the sign. For instance, when my sister was asking for a sign about something, and she was asking for a dolphin, and we were in a shop together, and I was like, Charlie, look, there's your dolphin. And she was like, oh, that's not a dolphin, that's a whale. And I was like, no, it is a dolphin. And she then saw it, she was like, oh, it is. And it's one of those things where she wasn't expecting, as in she'd released the need to see the sign sort of thing, but she wasn't actually listening to the communication coming her way. And maybe this is where you're currently sitting, in this almost disillusioned place where you can't see all of the emotional opportunities or opportunities for stability coming your way, because you're so fixated on what you don't have maybe. And that's not that you're not grateful or anything, but because you're only looking at the things in your life in front of you, that the new opportunities coming through, and you're trying to hold on to those, you may not properly be filtering and taking in. But I feel like you are going to switch this, and that's what's really coming towards you, this kind of message in a bottle. Like, your messages, I feel like, are going to be coming in thick and fast, and you're not going to be able to ignore them anymore. I feel like there's going to be so many synchronicities, so many things coming your way, that you are going to feel the presence of it. And maybe everything that you are hoping for, that you will be receiving, you will, because maybe you've released that need to know everything and trust that spirit has got your back, the universe has got your back. And if you feel that this is your spiritual higher calling, then that is your awareness. That is already your sign in a lot of ways, that you feel drawn to that path. And maybe it's now about communicating your truth to others, and not only receiving that communication, that's halfway, but really stepping onto that path, because we've got to meet and co-create with spirit halfway. We've got to start doing actions towards that thing, or whatever it is that we would like, in order to become that as well. And maybe that is slowly you communicating your boundaries, communicating what you want to build, and really structuring your life in that way based off of your foundation, so that everything else can flow on top of that, and new opportunities that you'll feel more aware of. And I feel like this is just your time of really communicating and maybe manifesting and with the divine on this path that you feel, and really moving towards that. And you know, maybe there will be things that come your way where you're like, I can really act on this, I can take this, I can run with this, I can charge with this. And maybe your practical mind will be like, we've got to slow this down, we've got to be steady. And there might be that that balance, like I was saying, that juxtaposition, because maybe that's just part of your personality. Maybe you have fire placements, maybe you're a Leo, Sagittarius or an Aries, paired with this Knight of Pentacles, so earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus. Maybe you don't have those placements, it doesn't matter, but maybe you have that real practical mind in towards your goals and where you want to go, but then there's just these impulses that you want to take, paths that you see that and make leaps and bounds that maybe not everyone else is going to make. Both of those things serve their purpose, and both of those things are a part of you, and it's time to embrace that, to really understand the kind of you being the leader of your party and the leader of where you are going to be going. And I see a lot of joy and happiness by really leaning into the love of what you are doing and the path that you want to tread, even if it feels like you are not fully there, financially there, or in your job exactly where you want to be, and it feels like there's been a door in some aspects closed in on you because you've decided to go down this path, and maybe you don't feel like you're ahead of the game as you were, or that you're on the right trajectory. I feel like the people in your life, the people that you will meet, the people that you are to love, and all of those, and those people that know you more than anyone else, that really fuel your desires and your passions and really help challenge you in that way, but also the people that really open up your heart and bring you this community feel. Those people are going to help you see the joy in the life that you are embracing and be your encouragement, be your safety net, be your cocoon during this transformation. And I really feel like that's what it is for you at this moment in time, is that you are in this transition period where it's so important for you to have your cocoon of people who are all there to support you, and your routine of where you want to go, all of those things, and live in that space for a while of protection, of a bubble, whilst you try and sort out your ideas of where this path is going to take you. But I think things are going to move a lot quicker than you are expecting them to. The more that you communicate what you want to do and who you want to be, and really showing that to others as well as to spirit and the divine, then it may feel like divine timing, where not everything happens on our timing, because divine is on a completely different calendar to us, but it's going to feel like you are slowly transitioning and transforming into what you want to be. And this has growing pains, it has all of those things, but you have a strong network and a community behind you who will help you whilst you are delivering this message and whilst you are treading this new path. And you may feel like at times that you are deserted and you can't see the door, but like I said, when you let go of that known security, when you feel like that door is closed, you then look for that window. You look for that window of opportunity to get out of that space. If you are, and I feel like you are, a fighter in this way, fighting for what you want, because you've got this impulsivity, you've got this direction with these two Knights cards. It's not like you're going to be sitting down waiting for stuff to happen to you. It's all for you. And I think it's that realization that things are happening for you because of you aligning to your path and to aligning to what you want. Things happen and things are communicated and brought forward, and look out for that communication, look out for that. I'm literally hearing Spirit saying to me, talk about it, talk about what you want, talk about who you want to be, take ownership of yourself, take ownership of your stability and your security. And we are there to help you. We want to see you move forward, and we want to see you win and succeed. So saying that, I want to get some Moonology cards as well. But I think the main thing is here is that it may seem aloof. Things may feel hidden from you at this moment in time. Maybe that's the current energy space that you are in, but you'll never have the full picture. There's always going to be those aspects of you stepping into the unknown, even if you have exactly the path that you want in your mind. But the closer you feel aligned to that path, and the closer you feel like you're following your heart, the closer that you feel that you're not hiding anything, and you're closer to what you want. So therefore you don't feel like you are deserted, because you feel comforted by following your heart and all of those things and your intuition. And I feel like that is really guiding you at this moment in time. I've got about 5 here, but do you know what, I'm gonna let you guys have them. What the hell? So we have a new romantic cycle begins, and I feel like this, you know, for some people this could be a relationship, this could be romantic in that way, but I feel like this is your new romance with life in a lot of ways. This new new realm of possibilities, and seeing life as that, as adjacent possibilities, things opening up for you, and really finding that joy and that fulfillment. Maybe feeling that within your cocoon of love, like I was saying. We've got the energy is gaining momentum, movement, the energy of communication, the energy of you, maybe this impulsivity and the slow and steady. If you feel like you've been reining yourself in, or that kind of thing, or you've had those voices in your head, that inner critic saying, no, you've got to do XYZ, you've got to hold on tightly, it's only going to lead to struggle and strife and all of these things, I feel like you know that is, again, a voice in your head trying to bring you to safety, but stepping into the unknown. Yes, there's growing pains. Yes, there's all of those things, and you may not know the full path, but I feel like your energy, it's like there's no fire without fuel, sort of thing. And if you're following something that fuels your heart and fuels your passions and ignites that spark within you, you're always going to constantly want to pour your effort into it, instead of an empty vessel where there's not much. If it's a ladder that you don't want to climb and that kind of thing, and you're pumping, you get more exhausted more quicker because you don't want to direct your energy there. But if you're directing your energy into something that you love, you will continue to go back to that and really stoke that fire. We've also got take time out to breathe. Oh, take time to breathe out. Take out time to breathe out. But yeah, that's really, again, I feel like a release of what doesn't serve you, of the kind of stagnant air within you. And just take time to meditate. And maybe that's how you're going to receive your sign. Maybe for some people through meditation, through quieting your mind and feeling like you're not seeing the sign, but you will. What do you need to release? Again, I think take time to breathe out. What do you need to release? What are you still clinging on to on that path, or whatever it was that is now not serving you on this new trajectory? We've got the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is right under that struggle avenue. So, and like I said, growing pains, but the hardest part of this transition is actually that release and stepping away from that new thing, because everything else can then build upon. Once you've decided to step away from that path, can build around this new thing. And actually the release and letting go is the hardest part in a lot of journeys, and a time for healing. So yeah, a time for healing to maybe, again, bring around this new romance into your life, this new love, and maybe heal from the pain of letting go and all of those things. Or if you feel like maybe it's not been as voluntary as I've got a new path in front of me and actually a door has been slammed and I've lost some security in some way and that wasn't my decision, like I still wanted that thing, then this is your time to heal from that and to really lean in to the new opportunities that may be coming your way and the new messages, the new things that you are receiving. Because those, like, with healing, it's such a, it happens, different people, different things, different scales. It never really leaves you, the grief, the pain, because it's how you get back up that defines you. And with the healing, you know, it's still going to stay with you. It's going to be a scar on your body, but you don't let that rule you. You don't let that stop you moving forward. Like I said, it makes you stronger. It makes you aware. It makes you be ready for different outcomes in the future. And yes, it hurts and it can still be painful to look back on, but in a lot of ways it's a reminder of how strong you are and how you can get back up and how you can keep moving towards your goal slowly and steadily, and being dedicated and persistent towards that. And there's so much strength in that, in nurturing yourself and really listening to what your body needs and taking that time out for yourself. So my lovely friends of pile 1, I'm going to leave that reading there for you in what is rolling your way. I am sending so much love. I hope it resonated with you. I hope there was some useful advice in there. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I hope to see you there. Bye. Hi lovely friends of pile 2, so if you picked the thimble, then this reading is going to be for you, and it's all based on childhood. But I really think that the childhood card for me anyway, and what I'm hearing, is more connecting with your childlike joy and maybe connecting with that innocence and that joy of looking at the world with the curiosity of a child and finding those new possibilities and really being open and receptive to those things. And maybe it's even for some people connecting to what they wanted when they were a child. Maybe if you had those big dreams or ambitions, or maybe if you still do and they align quite closely to what you wanted when you were younger, maybe that's that. Or maybe it's connecting to family. So let's get some more tarot to see, shall we? So we've got supporter of truth and protection. We have the Emperor. We have leave it all behind place, the 8 of Cups. So Spirit, what is rolling my friend's way? We have Clarity Way, Ace of Swords in reverse. So we also have Temperance, and we have the Magician as well. So let's get your Oracle cards as well. So we have got Sun. Connect with the positive energy of the sun and see abundance radiate into your life, warmth, happiness and success. We have 13, effort. We have breathe. We have patience. We have sad embrace. And we also have near future, expect arrivals any day now, presently, rapid, shortly. So I feel like maybe we have with the Queen of Swords here, we could have Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. We could have Aries with the Emperor. We've got a lot of different other like we've got cups, so we've got water energy as well. But I feel like either way, you are at this position of really having this patience with yourself and this balance. It feels like you are taking control of your life in a healthy way and balancing yourself out and realizing that you are in charge of the alchemy of bringing all the things together and really finding that stability for yourself. But with that becomes great effort and realizing in this kind of sad embrace and also this childhood, it's that sometimes we realize that we have grown away from what we actually wanted. Maybe things have taken us, or maybe we have felt really emotionally kind of in a good state and where we wanted to be, but maybe you realize that you may have embraced a way of thinking or a way of being or building your world in a way that actually doesn't serve you and maybe served other people. Maybe you felt like you were dimming to fit in some way, and maybe you grew to a point which you can be really, really happy with yourself and everything that you did. But this feels like a time of reflection, of needing to be patient with yourself and coming to terms with the fact that you can't always be right, you can't always get it right, and maybe you didn't align to the things that you actually want inherently in this childhood. And maybe this is a time to bring warmth to yourself and really nurture yourself in this way, and breathe out the things that you don't need in order to breathe in new experiences and new ways of thinking. It feels like you in some way are stepping away and leaving something behind. And like I said, it feels like abandoned success, but really it's leaving stagnant water, stagnant emotional energy that you don't need anymore. And the reason that I say is that maybe you've built up things or a way of being, is that maybe it's coming to terms with the fact that not everything is as perfect as you wanted it to be, and that's absolutely okay. That's part of life, and there can be this being hard on yourself, but really you're coming to the truth of it. You're protecting yourself and realizing that it doesn't align to your whole purpose, and it may feel like you're losing something emotionally, but logically you know that there's a reason for that, that actually it's because you weren't building the structures, or maybe you didn't build your boundaries high enough for the things that you wanted to achieve. So it felt like you were spreading yourself too thin, or that you were only giving yourself crumbs. You weren't giving yourself the whole cake, the whole thing that you wanted. And now is a real time coming up for you to upheave those things and that structure, and start with that childhood like joy and innocent, and realize that you are the creator of your life. You can manifest and bring about anything that you want, and this is your time. It feels like Play-Doh for you guys is what I'm hearing, or like Lego building blocks. This is your time to mold who you want to be and where you want to go, and it doesn't matter what age you are or any time. You can do this at any point in your life, and it feels like, it may feel like a lot of effort. You'll have to be patient with yourself and all of those things, but really this is about aligning to abundance and aligning to clarity and warmth. And yes, I know we've got Ace of Swords in clarity way in reverse, but maybe this is the time that you are not taking on the ideas of other people or other things, and maybe this is your time of, or maybe it's rejecting the new idea that, or the idea or the way of thinking that you had for so long, and actually this is your time to make yourself the emperor of your life, the yang, and take action and really set up those boundaries of what you want to create, of your structure and order and stability, and really grow. And with the Emperor, this is Aries, this is the start of the zodiac, new beginnings, and this is really, I feel like, a kind of, you've already hatched, you like the egg's already cracked and you're hatching now, and you can, and that's not in a I don't mean that to be belittling or anything like that, because obviously you are a multifaceted human being, and it's not that you've just come into yourself sort of thing, but this is a time for you to awaken to what you want and to really like restructure the things that are not working for you. If you felt like there's been red flags in any part of your life or whatever that is, like, this is your time to rebuild and connect to that childhood joy of realizing that your identity is what you make of it, and actually you can be anyone, you can do anything, and now is a better time than any to start that. And this is a time for you to emotionally leave those stagnant waters behind, the things that aren't serving you, in search for something new, and listening to your intuition and where that is guiding you. And yes, you may not know fully where that path is going, and there may be moments where you do maybe regret leaving that sort of thing behind, and it's really time to nurture yourself and be patient, like I said. But it's all about bringing the elements in and balancing yourself out, and knowing that healing and reassuring comes from blending all the different parts of you and what you want to make up you into this beautiful cup for you to drink. And with the Magician, again, it feels like taking action and steps, and knowing that you are a lightning rod for the divine, and what you want inherently and what you journey towards, you have to meet halfway with action. But with willpower, courage and determination, you can create the outcome much quicker with this near future than you ever would have expected, by again aligning to your path. And of course there may be moments where you can't see the full perspective with this Queen of Swords, and you may feel like you are critical of yourself in some ways, or don't speak to yourself in the way that you would a friend or give you that advice. But both hold a place, your logic and reason, and also your childlike joy. And of course you need to have a practical plan as well in some ways, but Spirit is saying it's time to blend both. Both are equal parts in your journey forwards, and what is rolling your way is that feeling like you can nurture yourself, you can breathe out what you don't need anymore. And yes, it may take some effort and determination, and it may feel like in some ways you are starting from scratch, but really you are connecting to the joy of life, to what you love, and bringing around that positive energy to radiate all the things that you want in your life, to bring around new things and new experiences. And maybe at first new ideas or new opportunities from the divine, new ways of communicating or speaking your truth, or new ways of thinking will come to you, which you may reject, and maybe they'll keep coming up and keep repeating themselves until you feel like you're in this place to fully embrace them and fully take them forward. But just know you can take whatever element you want, whatever you want to do with that magician, because you are taking the time to be patient with yourself, to receive the things that you want. And by breathing out, you can then breathe in new opportunities and new things. And I think it's going to happen much quicker than you realise, once you realise that you can leave behind that which doesn't serve you and journey towards something and step into the unknown of something that you're not sure about, or you don't know where it's going. But really, it's because you are embarking on this new stage, this new journey. But set out your boundaries of what you want or what you're not going to allow into your life, and make sure that if new people enter, if new opportunities enter, that they do align with those things. And if any red flags go up for you, know that you had this period of structure for yourself and there was a reason for it. So if that energy doesn't align with what you want, you don't have to accept it. You can filter it out. And maybe this is this Ace of Swords. Maybe it's going to feel like a trap in some ways, or a way of almost falling back into your old patterns or your old behaviours. And maybe you're going to realise and be like, no, I don't need that. Actually, in the alchemy of my life and what I'm balancing and what I want, that is not it. And you can create and you can manifest and bring around the things that you do want. And I think you're going to be able to identify those things maybe much clearer than you have been able to in the past. But like I said, it feels like a lot of time of hard work, of not having the full picture, but trying to fill in those blanks for yourself. And the thing is, you will get there. You have this higher perspective, you have this rare ability to find your truth and to honour that, and know that you are established in your way of thinking and in creating that space for you. But don't be afraid of going emotionally after what you want as well, and following your heart, because your rational brain, all of those things will still travel forward with you. And you can nurture yourself and get yourself to the place that you want to be. And I feel like, yeah, much closer than you realise with that soon, near future, rapidly, shortly. So it feels like new opportunities are opening up for you. But it's really just, yeah, about you feeling like you are taking ownership for yourself and what you want, and really communicating that and seeing all the possibilities in front of you. And maybe that is actually aligning to something more with your childhood, of finding that joy. So we have the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. And when I think of like momentum as well, it's movement, but also it's like leaving that behind, and leaving stuff behind so new things can flow our way. So it feels like as soon as you leave the space where you feel like you're abandoning something with this sad embrace, as soon as you feel like it's not a loss, that it's actually a journey forward and it's a new opportunity, and frame it in that possibility, in that possible outcome, it feels like things are going to move much quicker towards you. I've got one on the floor. We've also got a new start is coming, new moon as well. So yeah, new starts, new things happening, but it feels like aligning to what you want. So if the first idea that comes to you, or the first opportunity that comes your way, is not that thing, know that you don't need to embrace the first thing that comes to you. If it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't align with what you're building around yourself, you do not need to take it. New opportunities are going to flow to you if you are expecting them to come and if you want them to arrive into your life. We've also got balance, spirituality and practicality. That is the balancing act of being a Queen of Swords and also being following your intuitive voice. And you can have both. You can do both as well, and you can be practical and follow your heart and do it step by step and slowly. But really, by connecting to your inner child, and I feel like doing that work of listening to what that voice wants inside of you, what will bring you that childlike joy and happiness, you know, you can then mother yourself to that point. And obviously you're not going to want, and you can't indulge in every single thing that you feel in that space automatically, but you can do slow steps towards that, and you can you can bring that around by realizing that you can have both, and you can again be the alchemist of your life and bring around the things that you want and bring healing and reassuring to yourself. And just it's not about saying no at this time. It's about saying what if I did this, what if I did that, and you know, and feeling all the possibilities in front of you and taking action towards those things, and knowing that you are much more powerful than you give yourself credit for. And yeah, things will happen very, very quickly for you once you realize how badass you really are, and how much of a magician, how much you again create your reality. You create your outcomes by being, and with your willpower and determination towards that goal. And like I said, you can wield whatever you want on this next step of your journey. Maybe it's about meditating and coming closer to your spirituality in that way, asking for signs, asking for guidance, but again, listening to your voice within, listening to your light and what that is calling you to do and where that is leading you. Because you may not be able to see the full path ahead, but all of your experiences, all of your knowledge is going to help you on your journey forward. You carry your cloak of experience on your way, but by listening to that inner light, into where that is leading you, it may be scary, you may not know fully where the path's going, but you are where you're going. You are that person, and you are what you are becoming. So start sowing the seeds, like I said at the beginning, of what you want to be now, or what you want to do now, and that is going to alter your circumstances in the future. So my glorious friend of pile 2, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys. I hope it resonated. I hope there was some useful advice there. I am sending so much love. Until next time, I hope to see you there. Bye. Hello, my glorious friends of pile 3. So if you picked the go-kart or race car, then this reading is going to be for you. And your oracle card is abundance. So I feel like that's framing our reading today. So what's coming your way, what's rolling your way, is this abundance. And I mean, cups overflowing is obviously one thing that I can see from that card, but it really feels like emotional abundance and security, and maybe that's in terms of wealth and financial stability in that sense as well, but I get more emotional abundance from that feeling of fulfillment, and aligning to your heart's power and your heart's purpose. So let's shuffle these cards. So Spirit, what is rolling my friend of pile 3's way? What is rolling their way? Let's get you some tarot. So we've got leave it all behind place, 8 of Cups. So in order to search for new abundance and to receive new things, sometimes we've got to leave something behind. We have got the Queen of Swords, supporter of truth and protection. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have soulmate and connection place. We have 2 of Cups. We have wishes come true place, 9 of Cups. And let's get one more card as well. We have messenger of slow and steady, the Knight of Pentacles. So in terms of wishes and abundance, like I was saying, sometimes we've got to leave something behind and search for something else in order to receive these new opportunities. So let's also get your oracle cards. So we have water. A sense of calm can be achieved even in the toughest of seas if you have compassion for the waves. Cleansing subconscious emotion. We have self-discipline. We have chaos and conflict. We have women holding a heart. We have cleaning house. And we also have frozen. Someone or something in this situation has gone cold. Some things are meant to remain in a state of winter. Others can thaw out and be brought to life again. Challenge, bleak and dormant. So I feel like what is happening for you, what is rolling your way, what is coming up, is really this accountability in your life. And having that self-discipline to ask yourself, what can I release? What does no longer serve me on this journey forwards? And I feel like whatever that is to do with, but I feel like for the majority of people, it's going to be to do with their subconscious and their emotions and their emotional place, which causes a lot of chaos and conflict within ourselves, because it is releasing that which we don't need anymore and leaving it all behind in search for something else, like I was saying. But this is really a time for you to realize what things are frozen, what things should I leave behind, what is stagnant and no longer serving me, and really cutting to that truth. We've got Queen of Swords, so you could be a Libra, Aquarius or Gemini or have those placements, but like I said, we've also got the Knight of Pentacles, so that's a lot of earth energy, a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn, but we've also got cups as well, so water, and we've got fixed signs in the Wheel of Fortune. So don't worry so much about the signs, but what I really think is that this is a time for you to emotionally hold up your heart and say, what do I want? What do I want to connect with? What do I emotionally now want? And really getting your emotional ducks in a row and being like, here I am. This is who I am. This is what I want. This is what I am working towards. And really finding that self-discipline within yourself to cleanse that which is no longer serving you. Get rid of the rubbish, get rid of the clutter in your life, and really it may feel like a lot of chaos and conflict there, you know, letting go of things or letting go of people sometimes as well, people that are not helping fuel us to where we want to go, and actually having that realization. And it can be painful. It can be painful realizing that people bring out a side of us that we don't want to align to anymore, or that something, an idea that we held for so long, or something that we were going for, doesn't emotionally fulfill us in the way that we wanted to. Of course that is painful, and it's easier said than done doing that accounting. But when we leave it behind, when we abandon that stagnant energy and we search towards something else, and we search towards new opportunities and really listen to where our intuition is taking us, and knowing that we can get our plan together, we can do all of those things, and you are much more, again, disciplined than you realize on this journey. And there may be sadness in leaving that, and there may be pain, but it will lead to this feeling of playing the game, or playing the game towards what you actually want to do, rolling the dice, spinning the wheel, as it were. Maybe at the moment you feel like you've kind of been, maybe for some people, in the rat race, on the hamster wheel, just kind of going on the rungs, like not really feeling like you are invested in what you are doing, or aligning to the path that you really, really want. But this is going to feel like a shake-up of a kind of a spin of the dice, a spin of the wheel, that things are being woven for you. And really that is leaving baggage behind in order to step up to that game. Like, you've actually got to like put your chips in, to put your money down and spin that wheel in order to receive new gifts. And you are in this place where you are getting your emotional ducks in a row by realizing that which doesn't serve you, and really getting to yourself of a place of fulfillment and contentment. And this is connecting to new people, maybe soulmates, maybe love in that way, if that's what you're searching for. But it may be a new idea, a new attraction to an idea or a way of being emotionally. And it's really because you've taken that cleansing, because you are coming closer to your emotions and realizing that people and things, it's a cycle of life. People have a time in our lives, are with us for a reason, are assignment for us, and sometimes they freeze, they go cold, and actually we don't have contact with that person, or after a period of time there might be separation or something. Some things are meant to come back, some things have their spring, but some things do freeze over, and we are not to know when that thing is going to unfreeze or thaw out. And actually we've got to keep on emotionally following what we want, and following our hearts, and holding our hearts to what we want and the transformation that we want to receive, and all the emotional support and love that comes our way. We've got to be slow and steady moving towards that, and knowing that we are worthy of receiving that. And every single step forward, or step away in this case, aligns us closer to that thing. And yes, there may be diversions, yes, there may be periods where we've got to, like, you know, let go of some baggage or clean out shop in order to tread a path which not everyone can join us on, all that kind of thing. But again, it aligns us to ourselves, and this is really your time, and I feel like a time coming up where you find abundance and you find new opportunities and a new cup, new emotional experiences, because you're not letting, like, it feels like an anchor, you're not letting things anchor you down or weigh you down which aren't serving this purpose going forwards. And again, the relationships that mean a lot, your friends, your family, your chosen family, whoever those people are, your safety net, they are of course going to stay with you. And those people that give you wholeness, who give you, again, this, who fuel you in the right way, who have your best interests, who encourage you forward, even if they know that path isn't for them, they're still there waving at you, all of those kind of things. But I think this is your time to really let go and maybe realize that not everyone is serving a place in where you want to go in the future. And it's just being dedicated and knowing that you have got your sights set on your GPS, on your emotional GPS, but also maybe in terms of your job, your career, your path forward, your kind of sensational world. You know where you want to be going, you know what your purpose is, or you feel like you at least have some semblance of what that is, and you know that you need to meet that. You need to have action slowly and steadily. You need to dedicate, persist, put hours into that thing, into that connection, into that rare connection you feel to it, and really give this emotional pull the chance that it needs. Because the thing is, if it's like no fuel without fire, and I feel like if you are directing your energy into people or things or a path that actually you don't want to tread, you lose steam much quicker, you get more exhausted, you get more pinned down. Whereas if there is that love and that fire behind it, that intuitive guide and that spark and that passion for where you are going, you fuel yourself. It feels like it just stokes it brighter and brighter and brighter, and you align closer to your divine path and to abundance, to people. You attract that, you attract light, because you are the light. It's like fire just keeps on growing and growing and growing, and actually you thaw out the things that you don't need. And maybe this period is going to be quite challenging in that way. Maybe you are going to feel that situations or people, your relationships, freeze over in some way, but it may be because you are aligning to a path that they're not a part of, and that can be scary. It can be all of those things, but sometimes we have to risk things and put ourselves first. And maybe you are a bit of you are a nurturer and someone who likes to give advice and be there for people, and with the Queen of Swords, you know, be a supporter of people's truth and authenticity and give and solicit advice when they want it. But maybe you don't speak to yourself in the same way with the same words of encouragement, and actually emotionally you know this is what you need to do, and it's almost like putting your heart on the line in some ways. And maybe because you are such a logical and a planner in some ways. I'm hearing Monica as well, like a Monica from Friends, because you are someone who loves to think and plan, maybe in that way. Don't worry if you don't identify with that, but it feels like putting your heart emotionally on the line, maybe feeling like quite a tough thing for you. But once you clean out the things that you don't need, the things that aren't serving your purpose, you're left with your core foundation, the core of what you want, and that's where you build up from there. And with chaos and conflict, we have to have chaos and conflict, and we have to have all of those things paradoxically to see then the joy, the happiness, the peace, the harmony, the equilibrium, all of those things you have to have and feel one in order to have the other. And this feels like a time of, like I said, maybe upheaval, maybe a bit of chaos or feeling like that, but then it opens the way for this cleansing of this new emotional growth, new emotional opportunity and experience, this Ace of Cups, to drink deeply in the abundance and really overflow your cup and follow what you want to do and not feel like you're living in any stagnant water anymore. And that's a beautiful thing, opening yourself up to those things. But like I said, it's going to feel a bit sticky, a bit icky in some ways, but you are getting your emotional ducks in a row. You are connecting to what you love. And like I said, that is going to fuel you forwards. And you've got to be playing the game. You've got to have that self-discipline. You've got to sort yourself out and put your heart first and make yourself the priority in order to fully receive all the gifts that are coming to you. Because if you don't fill up your own cup, you can't give to other people as well. Like I said, if you don't stoke your own fire, you can't burn brightly that other people are going to come and fuel off that as well. So let's also get you some Moonology cards as well. But I feel like there is a lot of opportunity, a lot of new ideas and a lot of emotional gains coming your way. And it's all because you taking that time to really account and put your heart on the line. And like I said, that is scary, but it's also a journey. It's part of the journey. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So maybe you feel like this has been bubbling up for a while, and maybe you're already on this rung of the ladder. You're already ready to put your chips down, as it were, and spin the wheel and really put your heart out there, maybe put it on the line in that way. We've also got hold your vision, fixed moon. So with where you want to go, like I said, plugging that into your GPS, knowing that you're working steadily, that it's going to be hard work, you're going to have to be dedicated, all of those things, but this is your wish. This is what you emotionally want, what is emotionally going to fulfill you. So hold your vision in sight. If there's diversions on the path, if it feels like you don't have all the answers, that is fine. Hold your vision. You've got your plan of where you want to go. Know that diversions are a natural part of life, and sometimes we do need to leave it all behind in order to step onto that path. But keep looking to the stars for guidance, your hopes, your dreams, that kind of thing. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So again, practical plan, and that's where your practical brain of your Queen of Swords comes in, of making your plan, but based off of your heart. And that's the main thing. And again, that is all about decluttering as well. Practically, what do you actually need in order to move forward? What is taking up energy that you don't need to waste? Like what, either that's practically in your sensational world, what things are you doing in your job, or people, what relationships are you fueling that actually are taking your energy away from your vision and what you want to be doing, and your dreams. And your dreams, you will have that practical plan with them if you know that it is your truth and you are protecting that truth. And like I said, you may not be able to see the whole spectrum of everything happening, but through this self-discipline, through knowing that that's what your dream is and building your plan around that, not being so rigid, knowing that life has diversions, all of those things, but holding your focus of where you want to go and having action and small steps towards that, that's when the abundance will come and the gifts, the true gifts, will come their way. So my glorious friend of pile 3, I'm going to leave that reading there for you guys. I'm sending so much love. I hope to see you guys again soon. If you'd like to see me there, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye. My lovely friends of pile 4, so if you picked the magic hat, then this reading is going to be for you, and your oracle card is choice. So I feel like coming up, you obviously have a choice, and like I said at the beginning of the video, this is all based off of your current energies, so you can make changes in the present moment by making your choices as you live it in the moment. And I feel like this is your time coming up. What's on the next roll of that of that dice is that you have got this choice to make, whatever that may be. So Spirit, what is rolling my friend's way? Okay. So we have got Temperance, we have got Starting, Stable, Avenue, Ace of Pentacles, we have got Not Interested, Place, Four of Cups, we have got the World, we have got Emperor, and then let's get one more card for you as well. We have got Queen of Cups, Supporter of Compassion and Intuitive Feelings. Okay, and then let's get your oracle cards as well, which I have already shuffled. So We have got dreams. When you look for deeper meanings within dreams, you uncover a part of yourself, your psyche, information about yourself and others may be uncovered that goes ignored in waking life. Unravel, navigate, recall. We have got follow your dreams, 85. We have got time for a nap. We have got appreciation, we have got magic prayer, and we also have fire. Life is forged where there has been destruction, combative, feisty, and excitable. So, I feel like the choice that you have to make is whether you really take on this new Ace of Pentacles, this new thing that is coming towards you, and really seeing if you want to take it in or whether you don't, whether you're not interested in this thing. And I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you have been manifesting a particular goal or a particular thing that you want, and maybe this is this Ace of Pentacles coming in, this new opportunity for stability and security, and maybe it's a new job opportunity, maybe it's a new commitment, a relationship, that kind of thing. But this is really your time to appreciate all that you have or all that you are not seeing. Maybe you have been in this state of hoping and wishing for something coming around and actually not fully looking at what is coming your way, the emotional opportunities or the opportunities that have been coming, which are aligning towards your dreams. And maybe you have been in some ways napping on that time, like taking time, or maybe you have not been fully listening to your dreams and the choice that you have now to make. And I feel like this is your choice of whether to stay in the place that you are at the moment, where you're not really seeing the opportunities coming to you or flowing towards you, because maybe you are feeling a bit disillusioned with life or what you have, and you're looking at what you don't have and not seeing the hope in the situation, that there are new things coming towards you that you have actually been dreaming on. And maybe you've even had in your dreams, maybe you haven't fully been decoding them. Maybe you've had really strange dreams at the moment or something like that, and or maybe you haven't been looking for the deeper meaning within your within that space. And this is maybe about your time to balance what you spiritually feel and your practical mind and the goal that you want to make, and really support your intuitive feelings of where your heart is taking you and what that wants. And you know, maybe you've been quite rigid with yourself, or maybe you haven't been enough. Maybe you haven't been as rigid with your ideas and what you want to create, and now is your time of security to appreciate what you've got, to appreciate what you have, or what you may not be able to see, the opportunities which you may not be fully taking or grasping, and really bring those things to you. And I think this is a time of a lot of magic within your life, to be quite fantastical about it in some ways. Like, I think this is a time for you to really meditate and reflect on what you've got and see the hope and see where you can go with that, and actually where your dreams and where your intuitive voice is taking you. And know that sometimes we have to purge, sometimes we have to set fire to things that no longer serve us in order to bring around that exciting new energy. And maybe that is it. Maybe this is your time of balance, of seeing what works for you with that unconscious level and also your conscious world in what you want to achieve, but also the emotional opportunities. And I think coming your way is setting your sights on where you want to go and what you want to do and what you want to achieve, and really finding that stability and order for your dreams to actually take proper grounding, and knowing that you are the nurturer of your garden, you are growing the things that you want to, and you have the opportunity to take this seed, this new opportunity in this Eight of Pentacles, and nurture it. Start bringing about what you want to, and become the alchemist. Cut out, weed out that which no longer serves you. And if this is your dream, if this is what you are hoping on and what you have been calling, maybe on an unconscious level to you, maybe it's not quite in the package that you had in mind of what you particularly wanted, but trust that this has come to you for a reason, and things are happening for you, not to you. And you have the power to create this into the stability, the start. This is your start point, your seed of where you want to go. And maybe at first you may be quite disillusioned with it in some ways, or you may be like, that's not it, that's not the opportunity that I'm quite looking for, but it's come to you for a reason. And maybe Spirit is saying, give it a go, and maybe listen to your intuitive voice in this way and see the hope of what it could be, because you have the opportunity to create it into whatever security that you want, in order for then your fire, your creativity to burn on top of that. This could be your starting block, the start of your garden, and then things grow organically from there. But you've got to cut out the weeds. You've got to cut out the things that aren't completely on your goal, aren't completely where you want to be. And, you know, and really trust and surrender to the plan, that maybe you don't have the full picture and the full avenue. But like I said, it is your choice. It's your choice whether you ground this seed and you see where it goes, or whether you nap on it in some ways and don't take it for what it is. But I think Spirit is saying that, like I said, things come in unexpected packages, but you need to be reassured by following your heart and knowing that your heart's true intentions, and really listening to that voice within, listening to where that you find reassurance and what you want to create. And life is forged where you cut out things, where you weed out the stuff that doesn't serve you. And this is your choice to do that. Your choice to be the alchemist of your life, of balance the things within your life that you want to continue balancing with new opportunities that are coming your way, and seeing how they work for you. But this is independence, if ever I've seen it. This is a time for you to fully be the gardener of your life, and dream big is what I'm hearing. Don't feel that you have to be so rigid with yourself, or that you have to be practical. You are being practical. Don't cut yourself off short. Don't limit yourself straight away. Look at all the possibilities of what you could create. Have those structures, have those foundations of your rules, your boundaries of what you will and won't accept. And everything else on that is a beautiful gift that you can take for when it comes to you. But yeah, this is really your opportunity to start growing something new. And I feel like already maybe that has been calling to you in your unconscious, of this new dream, this new plan that maybe you've had. And it doesn't matter if you've ignored opportunities which you felt aligned, and maybe you maybe they didn't pique your interest, or whatever it was. That's okay, but there may be more emotional opportunities flowing to you than you actually may be seeing at the moment. Don't get caught up in seeing in what you don't have and where you're not. Like, maybe your goal seems so far away at the moment that you're kind of caught up in the not having that thing. Don't be caught up in that place. You are where you are, and you know where your heart wants to take you. This is your time to play, to have building blocks in your life, and look for the hope in the situation. And you're here for a reason. Things have happened to you for this reason. Have appreciation for what you've grown, and also what didn't grow, because sometimes things are cut out of our life. Sometimes things are burnt out, or you know, die in that way, if we're talking about weeds and that kind of thing, so that new opportunities can blossom, new things can take its place. And that is where the excitement lives, in the unknown, in that opportunity. And you know, it really does feel like a purge of the garden, as it were, burning down things. It feels like a tower moment in some ways, like that upheaval, which then brings around this reassurance and time of balance and being that alchemist. But it's your decision whether you almost continue to nap on your dreams, or you know, or ignore those opportunities which are coming for you, or that you fully grasp them and you take them for what they are, and you nurture them and pour your heart into that thing. And you know, like I said, maybe it is really this hope out of loss, maybe losing something, and maybe, you know, having that kind of that pain in some ways, or seeing what didn't grow, and really learning from that, and knowing that you can't change that. You can't change your past, but you can accept it. And with learning in the present and with honesty, you can then make changes which then affect your future. And actually, so much is growing and so many things are being planted that maybe you can't quite see for yourself at the moment. Maybe they feel underground, but those things are growing, and it's a time for you to connect spiritually and know that this is a time that maybe your dreams, maybe you're having messages delivered to you in dreams in some ways, or maybe this is just a real time of hearing spirit's call and feeling your higher purpose, and this is kind of one step onto that feeling of wholeness and completion, and knowing the ladder, as it were, in which you want to climb, what you actually want to play the game for. Don't worry about what other people are doing. This is your time of independence, of discovering who you are and taking control and taking the reins of your life, and remembering that things are happening for you, not to you. You are aligning with these things. You are aligning to your dreams on that unconscious level, and that means that things are coming to you in your day-to-day life which may not be turning up for other people. So don't ignore those things if they are flowing to you, if you feel them, and they are what you make of them. They are what you grasp. And like I said, maybe it's not the package quite that you were expecting that they were in, but ask yourself, ask internally, is this for me? Is this my sign? And just be grateful for everything that you've got in front, and know that you do have free will, that you have this choice, you have this ability to change your future by making changes now, by planting those seeds, by sowing new things, cutting out that which doesn't serve you. But ultimately, follow your heart with this Queen of Cups. Maybe you are water sign, maybe you are a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer. You don't have to be in any ways. There's other signs here, but look, I mean, there's Aries and the Emperor and stuff, but you know, listen to your heart, listen to where that is taking you, listen to your intuition. And again, it may feel like a daydream at the moment. Maybe you feel like you're daydreaming through life and you're not sure, because the opportunities that are coming, they seem really to align to your dream. But is it just all up in the air? Is it all fiction in some ways? But there is a reason that you are dreaming those dreams. You're not too much in your head. You are aligning with your heart, and actually having those emotional pulls, those emotional feelings, and following that is instinctual. And like I said, maybe things are happening on an unconscious level, and dreams and following your dreams, that is part of your psyche. That is about yourself and discovering who you are, and how to navigate forwards, how to make your choice and your decision. So yeah, don't shut off the ideas before you even let them fully take, like, don't shut down stuff that you could grow out of fear of maybe if they fail or what other people are doing, because your path is your path and things are coming for you because you are aligning to that, because you are aligning to your goals and where you want to go and the path ahead, and set your sights on that, and know that you dictate your life and what happens in your life, and not anyone else. You have your boundaries, you have your structure of what you want to achieve. And of course, sometimes we wear social masks in situations, we change ourselves slightly and it becomes sticky and all of those things. But inherently, you know who you are and you know innately what you want to be doing. And so balance it out, and slowly, by tipping more over to the path that you want, the more you become that, the more you allow that to take over and take roots, real roots in your life. So let's also get you some Moonology cards as well for kind of what is coming your way. So Spirit, what is rolling my friend's way? What advice do you have for them on this journey? So we have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. And again, this is all it. This is uncovering your psyche, on being your true authentic self, knowing your path, knowing that that is for you, and trusting that things are happening for you, and that you are, maybe people think you're a daydreamer, maybe people think that you're up in the heads in the clouds, all of those things, but you can also take a nap on those people that aren't quite seeing the real you, because you know who you are and you know what you want with this magic prayer. You know what you are wishing for, and it's time to show that. It's time to start making that choice based on what you want inside. And the more you choose that, path, or you make actions towards that path, the more you are becoming that. We've also got you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer, and we've also got the answers you need are coming. So maybe it feels a lot up in the air at the moment. Maybe you're worried about, you know, almost stepping onto a path which may take you away from your loved ones, or you don't know the full extent of it and it feels scary in some ways. But know that you are being guided to it for a reason, and that you are safe. You are safe in your dreams and in your trust and all of those things. And with the answers you need are coming, you know, if you've got questions of why am I feeling this way? Why are my dreams coming up? All of those things, maybe you have more pieces of the puzzle than you are giving yourself credit for at this moment in time. But like I said, things are happening for you, not to you. And as soon as you realise that, and you realise the things that are for you and all the opportunities that are coming your way, you'll realise that those are actually answers to your questions of the things you're praying on, or the dreams that you are hoping that you will achieve. These are all things aligning because you are choosing that, because you are asking those questions for that outcome. So my glorious friends of pile 4, I'm going to leave that reading there for you. I hope it was useful. I hope it resonated. Like I said, I'm sending so much love. If you'd like to see me again, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I really hope to see you there. Bye. Hello my glorious friends of pile 5. So if you picked the boot/slipper, then this reading is going to be for you, and your oracle card is all about love. So what is rolling your way is love, but love can come in so many shapes and forms. It can be the love of a new idea, it can be the love of someone else, or it could be just switching your lens from fear to love. So sometimes we live with a fearful lens and of confusion and anxiety for the future, and maybe this is you refocusing on love. So we have 10 of Cups, happy fulfilled place. We have waiting patiently avenue, 7 of Pentacles. We have development of trust and manifestation in the Page of Pentacles. So Spirit, what is rolling my friend's way as well? Okay, those about 5,000 turned over that way. So we have wearily defensive gardens, 9 of Wands. We have grief and sorrow way in the 3 of Wands. And we also have the Ace of Desire. Ace of Wands, Passion and Desire Gardens. I was like, that's a new card. Ace of Desire. We also have, in terms of oracle cards, we have Fire, Life is Forged, where there has been destruction, combative, feisty, excitable. We have Domestic Harmony, number 46. We have Truth Be Told. We have Daughter Romance. We have Commitment, and we also have Independent. You have worked hard to create the success and security you have around you. Indulge in your surroundings, for you have the self-discipline and maturity to do so. Plenitude, luxury, and privileged. So I feel like what is coming your way, my glorious friends, is a lot of, it feels like it's always darkest before the dawn. And I feel like you have had this period of sorrow and grief and feeling like the door maybe has not been open to you. And the thing is, paradoxically, we need the grief, we need the sorrow, we need the discontent, the destruction, in order to then feel fully the fulfillment and the trust and truth and romance and commitment and all of those things. And I feel like this is a time where, like I was saying, it's a time of switching the lens of your life from maybe one of fear, maybe if you were seeing the world through that grief, sorrow, maybe unrest in a lot of ways, and switching it and realizing that that does not define you. The things that happened, maybe at the hands of a third party, maybe it wasn't even things that you necessarily did, things that happened to you, or people, things that they said or that they did, that really hurt in a lot of ways. This is your time to really purge yourself of that and know that your life is really stoked in the fire of how you get up, when you get knocked down, it's how you get back up again. And that this pain, the sorrow, does not define you. It doesn't leave you. You are healing from it, and that is the thing. I am healing. You are healing. You are healing from the pain of your past, but it is making you stronger. It's gathering so much strength that you are ready for any eventuality. You are guarding your passions, you are guarding your dreams, and you are ready. There is trust in what you are manifesting and what you are bringing around, and knowing that you are aligning to that more and more, and that this is all based off of your independence and how you get yourself out there by connecting to what you love. And that opens so many more possibilities by speaking your truth, by knowing that you are being truthful to yourself and having that commitment to yourself as well. In so many ways, that unlocks the door for other opportunities, for that sense of fulfillment, for that sense of love. And I feel like you have been growing this patiently. Like, maybe you've been in this period of reflection, and maybe there will still be a bit of that coming your way, of looking maybe at what didn't grow, on the woulda, coulda, shouldas. But it's not about living in that pain or living in that sorrow of what didn't come your way or what didn't grow, all those endings and those kind of things. It's about how you, again, rose up, how you took that opportunity and just do it. You propelled yourself forward despite all of those things. And it was really about being patient with yourself and knowing that you are reflecting, you are growing, and actually you did a really good job. There's so much to be grateful for and thankful for, and past you got you to where you are today. You have made slow and steady steps, and you are moving closer to your fulfillment, to your full heart. And there are so many people in your life, in this happy community around you, that want to see you grow, that want to see you flourish. And I think this is really, with this fire, life is forged where there has been destruction, and this passion and desire gardens, this Ace of Wands coming towards you, is this intuitive need to start doing, to start creating. Maybe this is a new idea, a new passion, a new project, just a new intuitive pull. And this is all based off of indulging in what you want to do, and knowing that you have plenty and new opportunities are going to come to yourself because you put yourself as the first priority. You are whole as you are, and there is trust that maybe if you've had setbacks, maybe if you still feel like in terms of your career or sensational world, or maybe that's in terms of love and relationships, maybe for some people, maybe you feel like a bit more of an apprentice, a page of pentacles in that now, because maybe you've felt like you've been knocked down in some ways. But know that this is your time to really take raw energy within you and build it in whichever way you want to go. This is your time to play in terms of your career, your job, your relationships, that kind of thing, your structure, and really to speak your truth and build yourself up from there. Discard the social mask, to discard what didn't work and really learn from that and play. Find love, find the joy and contentment in life, and lean into your community of like-minded souls, and really find that harmony within yourself. And with this domestic harmony, maybe in terms of relationships, for some people there is going to be that joy and fulfillment there. Maybe in terms of daughter romance and commitment, maybe there is going to be that for some people in that way, maybe after periods of, or relationships which didn't go the way that they wanted to, or that kind of thing. But I get much more that this is more your internal world, and that reflects in your external, that by being independent in who you are and trusting that you have been creating the success around you, and you can continue to do so by following your truth and following those impulses and your desires and your passions, that is going to align other things in your life. And you are looking through that lens of love and leaning into the love of your family, of your friends, of your chosen family, and that feels like domestic harmony. harmony and equilibrium. And that again opens so many new possibilities and doors. You know, you become that which you surround yourself. And if you're surrounding yourself in the love of friends, family, and all of those things, more of that opportunity is going to open up. And there's real trust here, trust in your manifestations and all the things that are meant for you, that you are hoping on and that you are growing, and trusting that those things are coming your way. And maybe you're waiting to receive a message, or maybe you're given a new job opportunity or prospect in that way, and you're seeing how it works for yourself. But this is all about you deciding, and it's really you opening up those possibilities of all the things that you want to do, and opening that door to love by again just doing it, following your passions and where that is taking you. So I feel like in a lot of ways with this love card, it's multifaceted, like depending on where you are, but really it's that ever unfolding rose, ever unfolding possibilities. Things are happening for you, not to you, because of things that you are doing, because you are gathering your strength, because you are ready for any outcome, and because you are taking those emotional setbacks, or when moments where your thoughts were tested and all of those things, and you're realizing that doesn't define you. It's about how you get back up, and how you realize that that was someone else living in fear that did that to you. That was someone else who, and you were a kind of a casualty to that, but you're not ready to be knocked down. You're ready to defend what you believe in and what you want, and trust that new opportunities are going to be coming to you. And yeah, this is a time for you to really appreciate yourself and all that you have achieved, and all that you are growing, all the things that are coming to you. And I think a lot of possibilities are coming your way, and maybe new emotional experiences for growth as well. Maybe that's romantic in terms of commitment and romantic love coming your way, or a new level of commitment within your relationship for some people. But for me, it's much more aligned. Well, for the majority of people, is what I'm hearing, is that it's you speaking your truth and opening, like we've got this heart confetti coming along here as well, and it's more like by opening to your truth and opening to that, your heart isn't caged anymore, and actually you are attracting more things to you that align with your heart's purpose. And that is a truly, truly beautiful thing, that you're not afraid to just do it, to lean in and jump into a new phase, and know that you are building things, that you don't need to limit yourself, you don't need to sell yourself short. You can create the reality that you want, and it all starts from now. And you may not be able to see the full outcome, or people around you may not be able to see fully the full extent of what you are growing, but you know what you are nurturing, you know what you are bringing around. You don't need to tell everyone what that is if you don't want to. But the more love you fuel into the situation, the more love you bring, the more love you nurture, the things that you want to come about, the more opportunities it's going to present to you. So let's as well get you some Moonology cards as well. But yeah, this is really, and I'm seeing Strength card as well, this is really you finding your independence of your personality, what you want to be creating, and just knowing that you are the wholeness, that no one gives you the whole cake. You eat that whole cake, you are the whole cake, and you're not settling for anything less than that anymore. Like, you deserve, and you are fully deserving and worthy of the gifts coming towards you. So we also have show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So again, speaking your truth, but also not being afraid to rip off the social mask in some cases, and maybe in what you were hiding behind, maybe if you were in a job, career, or something that you don't want to be doing anymore, or whatever it is, whatever you feel like you maybe hid, or maybe you dimmed to fit in around some people, maybe you can shed that, and you're like, actually, I know the people, my community of people, chosen family, friends, whoever that is, who see the real me, who respect the real me, and want me to show that off to everyone. And actually it's not being hard on yourself for not doing that in the past, but it's now I'm confident in who I am, and actually setbacks don't matter to me anymore because I'm aligning to my true purpose and what I want. And yeah, that is switching it to love and loving yourself and putting yourself first and your vision first. Believe in the impossible. So maybe you're like, well, I'm not sure, like daughter romance, commitment, all of these things, like blessings coming to me. No, if you are believing that you are worthy of those things, and that you are on that path for receiving those gifts, and you are seeing the world through the lens of love, through opportunities and possibilities, and being thankful and grateful for where you are and all the things you are learning and all the things that you want to bring around, and having that trust in your manifestations, nothing is impossible. Don't sell yourself short. Don't limit yourself based on what other people think that you can and can't do, or what you thought you couldn't do. This is your time to create the path, create the opportunities that you want to create. Believe in the impossible. Believe in your dreams, believe in where they are taking you, and you never know where that roll of the dice is going to take you, but you need to step up and play the game in a lot of cases, in a lot of ways. And also, prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. I mean, this is truly kind of magical stuff in so many ways, prosperity. And again, I can't drum it in more to you guys. You guys are on the right path. You are doing the right thing because you are aligning to what you want, because you are being patient, because you are reflecting on what did and didn't work. You are accepting the past, accepting what you did, being grateful for that person who got you to where you are today, and knowing that you are ready, that you are strong enough to fight for the things that you want to fight for, and you have a community around you who want to see you succeed. Or if you don't feel like you have those people yet, knowing that by becoming that, by moving towards that, you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people who will understand you. And prosperity lies ahead. By trusting that things are coming to you, things will, and you'll be able to align. And maybe you won't be able to see the full picture at this moment, but by making this commitment to yourself and putting yourself as the first priority, you are then saying to yourself that opportunities are coming to you. And by speaking your truth and being your truth and your authentic self, blocking out external voices or any of that, you know, by fanning your authentic light, you are becoming a beacon for that, attracting others like you, but also the divine, and which makes you burn brighter. You are where you're going, and I feel like you set your sights on what you want, and this is your opportunity to move steadily towards that and see the love and possibilities, the options that you have lying ahead. I'm sending so much, my glorious friends of pile 4. I'm gonna, oh, not pile 4, you're pile 5. My glorious friends of pile 5. I'm gonna leave that reading there for you guys today. I hope it resonated. I hope the advice was useful. I'm sending so much love. I'm so proud of you already, of where you are. It's such a joy to read your cards. I'd love to see you guys again. If you'd like to see me there, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, sending so much love. Bye. Hello, my lovely friends of pile 6. So if you picked the wheelbarrow, then this reading is going to be for you. Your oracle card is romance. So what is rolling your way is romance. But this could be, you know, your romanticism of life. Maybe it is looking through that lens of romance and seeing, and maybe like, you know, taking joy in that way, connecting to the healing energy, or it could mean actual romance. So we'll have a look. So development of information and contracts in the Page of Swords. We've got conflict gardens with the 5 of Wands. We have got collaboration avenue with the 3 of Pentacles. We also have, let me have a look if up. Yeah, messenger of romance and invitations, the Knight of Cups. So Spirit, what else is rolling my friend's way of pile 6? Let's have a look. Okay, I'm just going to take the top 2 from here. Forward movement gardens, 2 of Wands, and win or lose way, 5 of Swords. So let's also get your oracle cards too. So we have spiritual body, astral travel, remote viewing. We have 22 intuition. We have by the book, number 11. we have Goddess of the Moon, we have Heal the Ouch, and we also have Wait, Patience, Events are still unfolding, Hold back, Rest, Observe. So I feel like Spirit is saying now is the time, and what is rolling your way is really this connection to your spiritual body, to your intuition, to this feeling of movement forward, and knowing that it is time to do that, to really put your heart on the line, fall in love with the romance of life, and really say what it is that you want to do. And with the by the book, I feel like maybe if you feel like you've been treading in footsteps or in something or a way of being that you thought you needed to be in, or because it was safe, because it was natural to you, maybe it was a box or a preconception list of what your friends or what your family thought you should be doing, maybe it is time now to step out of that box, to know that you are treading your own path and that you are banging to the beat of your own drum, is what I'm hearing. And with this development of information and contracts, I feel like maybe this is a way of kind of gathering new information about yourself, maybe seeing how this new way of thinking, this new path that you might want to move towards, how that is going to work for you. Maybe you're going to feel like there are a lot of different views or a lot of different people coming at you with their opposing wills and desires and all of those things, but this is your time to really listen to what you want to grow. Put your heart on the line and put that message out there. Look towards the horizon, and maybe it's news of finding romance and an invitation towards, maybe it's someone coming in saying emotionally, like, this is your opportunity. Do you want to come and tread this new path? Do you want to do that? And it may feel like you lost a sort of, with this win or lose way, lost a battle in your life, but you haven't lost the war. Maybe it feels like you've had to abandon something, abandon a way of thinking or a thought pattern or something like that, in order to realize that you are picking yourself back up again and you are aligning to something new, and it's really healing from that, and knowing that even if something hasn't gone exactly the way that you expected it to, or life hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to in some ways, and there was a loss, there is also the opportunities for win, and that does not mean that you have lost the whole battle. There is still ways, and with this Two of Wands as well, this is really your time of creatively visualizing where you want to go, listening to your intuition and seeing what works for you, and setting your sights on your dominion of what you want to grow, of all the possibilities in front of you, and knowing that this is your opportunity to drop the past and what doesn't serve you anymore, and really focus and attune to, again, your spiritual body, your intuition, and what that is calling you towards. And maybe that's even, kind of viewing yourself remotely and saying, okay, who is it that I want to be? What is it that I want to put my heart out on the line for? And kind of taking this overview of your life in a healthy way, and sowing the seeds of what you want to be. Like I was kind of saying, at the future, your future changes, your actions in the present moment affect your future outcomes as you live it. And I think this is your time to really set your sights on where you want to go, wield this new way of thinking, and break out of that box, and tell people about it, tell people what you want, and heal the ouch, heal from the things that didn't go your way, or stepping onto a path that you didn't want to. And maybe it feels like there's going to be a lot of conflict around you, or strife, but most of it will be an imitation. Most of it will be other people's wills and desires, their fears being put on top of you, because they're afraid of maybe you not having stability if it's your family, or it feels like you're aligning a lot to your true purpose of what you want to be doing, of finding the romance, to finding the love of your life and what you want to be doing. And that is being patient with yourself. Maybe you don't have all the answers, and maybe you have to hold back and wait a little bit, and observe what is happening, but know that you are actively waiting. And there is a difference between no action and actively waiting, because no action is a form of action. No action and not waiting for the things that you want to come about and knowing that they are coming your way, that is different than sitting back and like thinking that things are happening to you, because that's not the way. Things are happening for you, for what you are creative visualizing, for the destination, of plugging that into your emotional GPS of the things that you want and meeting it halfway, of knowing that you are on your horse, you are moving steadily towards that, and you are opening your heart, and you are healing and reassuring yourself, healing yourself of the things that you don't need anymore, and trusting that you're guiding light, that you are being guided towards something new. And this is very spiritual in a lot of ways, and I feel like for some people maybe this is opening up to your intuition, maybe it's opening up into your into your psychic abilities, or your spiritual, like your spirituality in some ways. But maybe for some people it's more aligning with their higher purpose and feeling like that is what they want to do, and seeing how it works for them. But not everyone is going to understand it and maybe understand you and what you want, but most of it, like I said, it may be their own fears and anxieties being projected onto you. And maybe it feels like you'll, in your mind, lose a battle, or maybe you might give up on it at some point and be like, I'm not sure I can do this. But your heart will help you realign, and by listening to your intuition, listening to what that is telling you, and knowing that you don't need to do things by the book. There is no book for the way that you are feeling, for the way that you are. No one can understand exactly what you are going through, or the things that you want to do. And maybe this is even you stepping not only out of your comfort zone, but identifying something which other people aren't able to see, that isn't by the book, which isn't by the beat of everyone else's drum. Like I said, maybe this is something completely on your own path as an individual, something you are carving out, something you are inventing, you are creating. And life, stepping into the unknown, that, and leaning into that nice edge of that is where excitement lives. That is where joy, and we align to our true path by finding that romance, by finding the romance of life, of what we want to do. And I feel like this is your time of gaining your momentum forwards, and knowing that it's not about the physical world of what you have, but it's much more about listening to your intuition and listening to your passions and desires and where they are leading you. And that is your power, knowing that things are going to be happening to you, and this is your time to heal. Maybe heal holes in your plan if you've started on towards it and it didn't go the way that you've gone, or something, there's been a knockback or that kind of thing. This is your time to continue to develop your way of thinking, to develop your plan, and know that you haven't lost the whole war yet, that you can heal from this. And it's about how you get back up on the horse. And maybe it's collaboration, maybe other people, maybe it's telling your idea to like-minded people and really sowing those seeds and leaning into a team that will help you over this mountain. But know that not everyone may be able to see exactly what you are doing, or that kind of thing, and you can nurture yourself, you can heal that within you that didn't work. And it's all about learning. It's like when we were younger and you fell off your bike, or you burnt yourself like making a pizza in the oven. That didn't swear you off pizzas for the rest of your life. I mean, it certainly didn't me. I healed that scar, put a plaster on it, had a cry, all of those things. Obviously life is much more than that, just having a little cry about a pizza burn. But you cry, you heal it, you put the pseudocreme on, you put the plaster on, and it's still with you. I mean, I've still got a pizza burn there, but that's why I think I always bring it up. But it stays with me, but it doesn't stop me from putting another pizza in the oven. It just means that I've learned that I need to wear oven gloves, or I need to be more careful, need to be more mindful in a situation. And those are your defenses, and know that you are getting stronger. All of these knockbacks, the things that didn't work, you can heal that out. You can heal the growing pains of things that didn't go your way. And know that, even if people are telling you to stop, or things are being like, no, you shouldn't do that in your body, know that that may be your animalistic brain or your ego's brain saying, no, that doesn't fully align to the plan of what we wanted. If it didn't work, let's run away, let's hide. No, you know that in your spiritual body what is guiding you forward, and these are all things, these experiences are helping you grow and helping you embody where you want to be. And just be patient with yourself. Be patient that you are learning these lessons. If they don't come in the way you expect, maybe it's with hindsight that you view them, but really listen and meditate and reflect on what you want, and know that your forward movement, your trajectory, not everyone is going to be able to see the same goals that you are. Not everybody is going to see the path ahead. You may not have the full range of motion of what you want to do, but plug your emotional GPS, plug it in there, and know that if there are diversions, that's okay. Life is full of diversions, but you get back up on the horse, you keep moving steadily, and be reassured by that healing energy, by nurturing yourself, by moving towards that and finding the romance in your life. And maybe if this is to do with romance and relationships, maybe for some people, maybe if you've been feeling intuitively like you've been waiting for love or something like that, whatever it is that is opening your way, whether that's being burnt by a past relationship, whatever it is, know that you are deserving of that love or deserving of that goal in your kind of GPS, and know that things are going to be coming towards you, and that by you being open to the romance, by being open to love and that opportunity, you are drawing closer to that, and you will be able to see the signposts, to see what is coming up for you. So let's just get you some Moonology advice cards as well for this reading of what is rolling your way. But it's a lot of listening to your intuition and leading to that guiding voice, and a lot of adjustments, I feel like, in a healthy way, and actively waiting. Know that you are visualizing where you want to go, and it's just learning, it's embracing what it is. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. Everything that you are working towards, everything that you are sowing in the present moment, it's coming back at you. And again, it's because you are aligning to your intuition, to the love, and to see the possibilities that are opening forth for you, and working towards those goals. What do you need to release? What baggage, what ouch do you not need anymore? What in your brain is flaring up saying, don't do this, XYZ. Don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So don't let losing or a small lose affect your big win, the big thing that you see inside of you. Everyone fails, and you know, failure is just a way, like a rung on the ladder to success. You know, we get knocked down, we get back up again, and I mean, I saw the back of this of the deck, or when I was shuffling. Luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. You know where that bullseye is going. You know where you want to hit. And what do you need to release? Because with a bullseye, you know, you pull the arrow back, you release it. What do you need to throw away? And what is what you are directing? What can you release your grip on, if anything? You know, like, don't worry if it's not happening in exactly the timing that you wanted it to, or anything like that. Don't allow your ego to get in the way, your ego's plan of what has to happen, when and where. You are aligning to your spirituality, and you are receiving fruits from that labour. Trust that you will see that. Trust that you will see all of the glory and renown that is coming your way. Don't worry about what other people are saying about you, and don't allow your ego to flare up because of that. Know that you are aligning to your full purpose, and actually there is strength in vulnerability, and vulnerability is a sign of your innate strength. And being vulnerable in saying what you want and moving towards that direction, even if people don't understand it, that is strong. And you don't need to be a loud lion that roars all the time. A lion is still as strong if it's taking a nap, waiting patiently for something that it knows it's coming. Yeah, you know, Simba was just as strong strutting in the forest singing No Worries though he was at the end. You know, I won't ruin the movie for anyone if you haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it, then I'm not sure we can be full friends. No, I'm really joking, half joking. But yes, don't allow worry or pride or the ego's plan of happening here, now and then to distract you from the bullseye of where you are actually going. So, my glorious friends of pile 6, I am going to leave that reading there for you guys today. I really hope it was useful advice. I hope it resonated with you. I am more than anything just sending you so much love for this next roll of your dice. I really hope to see you guys next time. If you'd like to see me there, please do hit that subscribe button. Until next time, sending so much love. Bye.